it's Liz from Kingdom Fleece and Fiberworks. How are you doing? My hair looks kind of like a disaster, but I got in the shower, I threw it half up, and I was gonna put it all the way up. I don't know. I feel like, oh, and my glasses aren't clear. I'm kind of sick. I have a cold. I'm not feeling 100%, but I was in the mill and I was getting things ready for dyeing, and I felt like podcasting. I actually recorded this a week ago when I wasn't sick, but I feel like I also didn't do as good of a job. I feel like I was not, I don't know. I guess I was forcing myself to do it then, and to me that always feels like it never goes as well. So I said, let's do it. So welcome. I have a fiber mill in northern New England where we process raw wool into roving and stuff like that, and then we work with Bat and Kill, and they do our spinning. We're in the process of, I don't know, lots of things. We've got a lot of growth going on this coming year, so we shall see what we get into. I have a lot of stuff because it's been a while, and I had major cast-on-itis, so I have a lot of things started, and they're all at the beginning stages. So we shall see what we get into. The first thing, let's see here. I don't have any finished projects. I have some half-finished objects. Well, not even half, but they're parts to things. I have a thing that I frogged. I'm trying to think of what else I am into. And I have a shop update that hopefully by the time you're watching this, it'll be on the website and you'll be able to check everything out. So yeah, so we'll see. So the first thing I did, actually this is a finished object. It's just not knitted. It's hand spinning. So the first thing I did was I finished my sock yarn. This is the one, hang on, I was trying to recreate. The one I was trying to recreate. This is the one I was trying to recreate. This one, hopefully you can see it. Hang on, let me see if this, that's not better. No, I don't know. I'm trying to change my ring light to see if it's better, but maybe it's just me because it's outside. So that was the one I was trying to recreate, and this one looks a little more green, but I think it's just the where it ended up when I balled it up. And it's also a different yarn. This is the Mohair blend. It was a Robbie Mohair blend. I have to stop moving things. But yeah, so you can kind of see the blues and stuff. So I can't wait to see what it looks like knit up. I just cast on a million other things, so we shall see if I can get into this one too. So we have that one. So that one is a Handspun. I still have some of that in the shop. I don't know if I have what else, but I did get there's a little bit left of those in there. I think they're super fun. I think they're going to make really great socks. So if you don't mind medium yarns, they're woolly wools. I think it'll be a really hard wearing sock, and they spin up super easy. So if you're a beginner spinner, that'd be another thing, another reason to get them. So there's that. I also, hang on, I'm sorry, I'm reaching, that's why I'm not looking. This one was a sock that I was working on last time. And I was really trying hard to enjoy toe-up socks, but I don't. I kept trying and trying. I have dogs in my window. They can hear me talking, so the puppy's out there looking. I really enjoy the Turkish cast on. I like that idea. I don't like, for some reason, I don't know, I just don't like increasing for the heel. I was trying to do the Sockmaticians toe-up socks, and it's more like a recipe, and my brain was not ready to do all of the things to calculate the things. I just wanted somebody to tell me what to do, and I was just not in the headspace for, I think it's a great pattern, but I think it was just more, my brain was not wrapping it I couldn't wrap my head around like all of the things it wanted me to do. I just wanted them to tell me what to do. So I think that was some of it. So I gave up, and I am definitely not one. If I'm not enjoying it, this is supposed to be my fun time. I'm just gonna frog it. I was trying to force my way, and I was just struggling, and I didn't want to knit on it. So guess what? I just took the needles out, and I decided to start a sock cuff down, and I started. This is in my, I don't even know, I think this is Contail Farm. Yep, it is. Right? No, it's not. Quilt Knit Craft is the tag on it. I don't know if it still exists, but it's a bag from them. And I actually am using a project bag because usually I don't. I have some, but I just always throw them in whatever I got. And I am making another pair of socks. I am like, I really want to like knitting socks, but my hands are not liking them. I think it's because when you're doing magic loop and I don't want any heavy laddering, so I pull it tight on the first ones, but I don't loosen my hands up. So then I'm like cranking it around really tight all the way around. So I'm trying to be really like aware of what I'm doing, so I'm not yanking on them, and I think that's helping. I also switched to, I have some in my shop. The Chowgu makes a, hang on, they make size 1 wooden needles, and I really like this. I wasn't sure I was gonna like this. It's like the red lace cord, but it's silver gray, but it's like a clear one, but I do like it. I feel like the last time I tried them I didn't, but no, I'm not having any problems. So I'm doing that magic loop, and I have, let's see here, 10, 20, 30, little more than 30 rows down. I can't remember. I think I did like 15. I cast on, so this is another, I'm not sure if this will work. I think if they're gonna fit, I'm a little nervous. They're gonna be big, but here's my yarn. I gotta start at the beginning. This is half of my problem. So this is my new, this is our Cheviot sock yarn. Hang on, it's a fingering weight. Cheviot sock yarn. And this is, I have a few more of these in the shop that I dyed up to test it out and see how it took the dye. So if you do want it, I'll put them in the shop. And then I'm blending it with some mohair because I wanted to, again, this doesn't have nylon, so I wanted to make something a little sturdier. So I'm trying to make them fuzzy, and they'll be nice and warm. I don't know if you can see I'm trying to make it so you can see the halo. I don't know. But I almost, we'll see if they're too warm now. So I did like a 1x1 rib. Actually, I cast on a mini skate, with a mini skate. I did 2 rows, kind of like Crazy Sock Lady. I don't know, I think she does 1 row, but I did 2 rounds on just a plain fingering weight, 64 stitch. Ooh, I just dropped it. And did 2 rows, and then switched to the 1x1 cuff for the rest of it. And I can't remember exactly how many stitches, but I want to say it was like 15 or so. And then I did that, and so it's 64 stitches, and that's what I'm afraid of. I don't know if it's going to be a little big because it was a lighter fingering weight, but with the mohair, I'm not sure if that's going to make it too big. It's still using size 1. I'm guessing it's like a sport weight. And I looked, I just thought I wasn't recording. So I looked up sport weight, and it overall still had like the same stitch count. So I think it'll be okay. And if not, if it's a little loose, I'll just use it as like a slipper. I figure that's okay. So yeah, 64 stitches. This is the fingering, light fingering weight, and a mohair. And yeah, I haven't named this. So if you can think of a good name for it, let me know. And this is going to be one of a kind. It's not, I didn't write it down, but I need to put it in the shop. So we'll do that. And then, but I'm really liking it. So, yeah, I'm kind of, this is what I've been working on, and I'm trying to, I I think the stitch markers, putting them every 10 rows is helping me because it's making me say, okay, I can see progress, because I feel like sometimes with socks it just takes me forever because I'm not seeing the progress. And the other thing is I've always ever done socks just in the car, like traveling for it, so I'm only doing like 1 or 2 stitches, 1 or 2 rows, or when I go to a doctor's appointment or something like that, and I don't really go anywhere ever. I'm always in the mill. So I don't there's not very often like travel knitting that I need too often. So, yeah, so I have that. Let me put this away. There we go. There goes that. So yeah, so that was what I'm working on. I'm trying to think of I feel like I've been, where's the other one? Hang on. Uh-oh. Here it is. I thought I forgot it. And this is another bag, and this one I don't think has a tag. This is another one of the little bags that you have, like one handle's longer than the other. I was going to get it like a knot bag or something they call them. And I was gonna get it for spinning, and put it on my wrist, but it didn't work as well as I thought it was going to. So I've been using it for this. And this is the headband. I feel like this headband which should not take that long. I cast this on thinking that this would be a really quick knit and mindless, and it has seriously taken me forever. And I don't know why, but it's just a headband. It's worsted weight with mohair. That's why I'm thinking it should be faster than it is. It is double knit, so maybe that's why, because it slips. I think it's just, I don't know if it's harder to hold. I don't know. The needles are, I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe it's just because it's not my priority knitting. It's getting there. But I keep having the girls hold it up to try it around their head, and it's not quite fitting around there. But they've both wanted headbands, and I started this last year. That's how long this is taking me. But it's also, like I said, not been one that it's super high priority. Another one that was kind of a mindless travel knitting. And yeah, that's a worsted weight in a mohair. And I don't even think I have this yarn anymore. Yeah, I don't think I do. I can't remember. It might have been my Hardwick. I can't remember, honestly. I really can't, in the mohair. But yeah, so I have these two. This is like oddball stuff that I was just trying to use up, but that's gonna be a headband someday. So we have that. What else? The next thing I cast on, I finally cast on my Handspun sweater. All of the rest of the yarn is upstairs. I don't know if I can carry all this. Hang on. I gotta move everything. It's over here. See if I can gather all of the balls of yarn. This is gonna be the pattern from Andrea Maury. I can't ever remember it. Illusions. I'll put it down below. I think that's what it's called. It was like a Rhinebeck sweater a couple years ago. And I bought it, I think, I bought a bunch of them on her birthday, so a bunch of her patterns, so you'll be seeing a lot of them. This was like, I don't know whenever her birthday was last, but I did get them. So I cast on, this is the main color. It is I'm hoping it's sport-ish weight. That's what it calls for. And this is just one. This was the smallest like leftover skein, so I'm kind of using this as like my sample, like making sure things will work. And then these are the two mohairs that go with it. That's the contrast color. Those are knit together as the contrast color. And I just started it, so I don't really know how well you can see it. I think I'm only like 3 or 4 rows in, and then I got my cold and my brain was not ready to do this, so I have not been working on it since then, but I'm super excited. The Mohair's lace weight, that's in the shop. I just updated the shop with a bunch of our Mohair and the Surrey alpaca. So if you are interested in any of that, that's in the shop. And then this is Handspun, that's from my sheep that we had, oh God, I've been here for 10 years and it was before then. So it had to have been 13 years ago. So it's definitely no longer here, but it was from Charlie. And I've wanted to save something and make something special with him. So I'm super excited about this. I've been looking for something. I really wanted to make a cardigan, but purling is the biggest problem for cardigans. So I have not done, unless I could steek it. If I can steek it, then I'll do it. But with Handspun, the last Handspun I did that I think I was on, did a cardigan that I steeked, and I show you that one. That one, the shoulders fit funny and it falls off, and I just didn't. I was scared that something like that was going to happen again. So I'm going to do this as just a pullover. And then that way I know that I can kind of try it on and make sure it's going to fit. I just totally dropped everything. So yeah, so we'll see how that goes. I don't know. I'm excited about it though. I want something special from him, and my girls used to love Charlie, so it'll be nice. So those are the biggest ones. And then one more. Like I said, this isn't a new one, I don't think. This is one I think I had on there. Let's see here. This is my Musselburgh, and this is just in a bag that I made a million years ago when I was sewing with my girls. I used to sew all their clothes. I don't know how many years ago. So it's just a sad little bag that it's been forever. And it was scraps and fabrics that I dyed. And it is a Musselburgh hat. These are scraps from my shawl that I did a while back. And so this is the first color. I have two colors that are left over, and I'm just going to use that up as one, like half and half. It is knit on. Uh-oh, hang on. I have to put glasses on because I can't see. Okay. Size 3. It's fingering weight. Wanted it a little more not so dense. So size 3 needles. I just started it. I can't remember if I had started it before you did. I did that's like I said, maybe I recorded it last time, so I can't remember if I said it or not. But I did it with a Turkish cast on because I really think if you need to start with small circumference, do a Turkish cast on. It is so simple, and it just, I don't know, I can do it one-handed and it works. So I did that. I think I started with like 4 stitches or something, and then just going out, and it's super easy. I really am liking this one. Once I get past the increases, then it'll just be mindless around and around. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm trying to do all of the beginning things. I think my plan is like I'm trying to, I don't know, I was in the mood to start things, but I was like, well, if I get them past like the starting stages of, and then it'll be easy and mindless. So that's kind of not the sweater so much, but this part, the Musselburgh would be. So I can do that, and then I have this one. So this is, I can't remember if that was new, but it is. The socks, the hat, and then what else? Okay. I have to try it. I think I'm gonna pick this up. I have a big bin. I'm not gonna show. I worked. This is more well, no, actually knitting too. So I started. I have tons of scraps, of course, like everybody else does, and I wanted to do something fun, and I wanted it to be simple and I don't like the mitered squares because as they get bigger, it hurts my hands. I don't know about your hands, but it hurts my hands as they get, things like get weight on your hands. I like them. I love my hexagon the hexagon blanket because you're just making small things and then you can sew them together and it's done. And I feel like that's, for me, that's the way to go. It makes it so, I don't know, just it's easy. And so then I decided I wanted another blanket like that. Something seemed that is just small. So I decided to use Mina Phillips pinwheel blanket. And so I bought that pattern, and let's see here. This is the first one. This is the first one, and this one I did something wrong. I did like one of the triangles wrong, but that's okay. It's the first one. Who cares? It's the square. This side's hand spun, so that one's kind of wonky, but it'll be okay. It'll stitch in. But if you can see, this one's going the wrong direction, but whatever. It's still a square. It was my first one, and I was trying to figure out, like, this side's okay. I think what I did was an extra row, and then that's why it flipped the angle. But in the middle of a blanket, nobody's gonna notice. And then this is the second one I did, which that's hand spun. That's a mini. I'm using kind of both. I mean, it's all DQ. What I'm doing, these are smaller than Mina's are. But I think it came out pretty good. I think they're gonna be fun. So I'm using DK weight. I think that's, yeah, DK weight yarn. And I can't remember what number, like how many cast on. I think I'm casting on 15. So it's pretty much, you can customize it pretty much to anything. She had an odd number of stitches, so that's why I just did 15. And I wanted them smaller and quicker. And then I can just do a million of them. Like I have all the time in the world, but I really like them, and I think it'll be fun. And once you got into the rhythm, it wasn't that bad. I think the one thing I need to figure out is the last one where you have to like graph them together or seam them. I'm not really sure. I think what the easiest way of grafting it together is. I didn't do the best job, but I need to figure that out more. I think I'm just going to, oh, what the heck did I end up doing now? Since I've only done 2 of them and it's been a week, I can't remember. I'm gonna have to refresh my brain. But I am going, I at the end of it, I think I Googled some other pinwheel blankets to see how they seamed them. And they just bound off, that's what they did. They just bound off those 15 stitches, and then they seamed them with like a regular stitch, you know, like regular how you seam, right? Anything else, whether it's mattress stitch or whatever. And I think that's what I'm gonna do, because Mina had another way of putting them together, and I wasn't coming out smoothly. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. But that's another one. This one's gonna be long term. This is gonna take me forever. It's not in any rush. So that was another one. The next thing that I've been working on is my hexagon blanket. I need to start really working on that. It's kind of, I don't want it to be in a hexagon, so I'm trying to and I'm trying to spread out so not the same colors are touching. So I'm starting on, I started thinking about, well, when I first did this is for my daughter, and she's a freshman, so she doesn't need to get it until she's a senior. So I'm like, well, I have 4 years. And then I started doing math, and I was like, well, in 4 years, that means I have to do a quarter of it every year. And then, because I can't remember, we measure the hexagons. I can't remember how many. But I needed a lot of them. I think it was like 440 of them or something. And then for like a queen size blanket, because I wanted it to be something that's going to last forever. So then I was like, well, I need to do 110 of them for every year. And then I started thinking like, okay, well, it's not a big deal. But then I started thinking like, and then kept going down to per month. So now I figured out I have to do 20, I think it was like 22-ish a month. So I do still need to start getting cracking. So after I figured out that I can't just wait till, you know, because I know it's going to catch up to me. So I started cranking them out, and I think I'm doing pretty good. I still don't have 22 of them, but this is just, these are the so these are all like the centers, and then I will put one extra, the color, those are easy. I'll put the color around them, and then I can put them together. And I started by whip stitching them, but the last one I did, I just crocheted it together, and it worked. So that I think is what we're going to be doing from now on. So I'm excited. So yeah, so I got the inside centers done. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think 8 or 9 of them. So I have centers done, so then I can do the outside edges, and then I think I'm gonna wait till I have like a whole bunch of them before I start seaming it together, because if I don't, then there's gonna be too many of the same colors like in chunks. So I don't think that would be okay. So I kind of need I want to get like a box or something to put all of them in, and then have them, you know, in the box, and then we can mix them all up, and then it'll be better. So I think that is my plan for that. And same with the blanket. This one, I think I'm going to hold off, and like as I have, you know, different yarns, because I don't want them to all be the same either. Because right now, like I pulled them all out, and I have a bunch, but they're still within like the same colors, like, you know, partial skeins and stuff. I don't want them all the same. So that's what I'm going to do. So those are the things I've been working on. So I feel like even though, I don't know, I've been doing a ton of stuff, but I feel like, I don't know. We'll see. The next thing I've been doing is I've been, hang on, it's right at my desk. Okay, it started, I wanted to use this ball. It started as gonna do it for the spindles. And it is this beautiful, it's from my lamb fleece when I had sheep a million years ago. Again, it's super rich chocolatey brown, and I blended it with alpaca. So soft. It's a Corriedale. I think it was Corriedale Fin, actually, because the mom was the chocolate brown, and then the ram was a fin. So that on top of itself is awesome. And then I blended it with alpaca. So yeah, so I have that. I first started spinning it with the support spindles. And I got some, that's my temporary bobbin. When it was on the spindles, it was drafting kind of chunky. It wasn't, sorry. Hang on, I need a drink of water. It wasn't drafting. I think the lamb fleece was short, and then the alpaca, they were different lengths or something. It was also pin drafted, and that wasn't helping. It was just, it's been compacted for so long. I think that was some of it. It just wasn't drafting easily. But then once I put it on the bobbin, it didn't look nearly as bad as I thought it was. So I think I'm going to take this stuff and just probably, oh shoot, apply what I have done and kind of get an idea. Maybe do something with that. But anyway, so it was so compacted, I decided to recard it, which I probably shouldn't, but I did anyway. But I recarded it, and it came out so much better, and it's like a cloud now. And I'm spinning it, and I'm actually spinning this one on my wheel. I'm using that on my rose, and if I can, I'll put a picture in. But it's coming out so nice, and I'm doing it at a fingering weight. I'm spinning it pretty fine. No, I shouldn't say fingering weight. I want to do, my goal is to do DK worsted weight. So I'm spinning as fine as I can because I know it's going to puff up. And then I don't have my sample with me. Shoot, it's upstairs. But I'm going to make it into the 3-ply. So it's going to have 2 of the dark strands and then 1 of the, like a color changing. Hang on, it's right here. The color. Okay, this is the, oh, did I just totally knock the camera? I'm sorry. So it's gonna go, so 2 of the dark, 1 of the light, and then with like all of the color changes in here. So I think the dark is gonna be too dark, and I know I'm not gonna be able to see it, and I'll be blind and I'll never use it. So I figured if I put 1 strand of this in here, it'll give it some pop and contrast so I'd be able to see when I'm knitting it. And if it's just 1 strand, but then I think the fun part will be with the color changes, you can kind of see that through there too. So I think it'll be fun. And I'm kind of thinking maybe the Weekender crew. I don't know. I'm not really sure if I'm like I feel like the boxy ones are going to, I don't want them with a ton of ease, because actually I looked online on Ravelry and some people had them more fitted. They, just sized down and they looked way better. So I think I'm going to do maybe the Weekender crew. I've always wanted a Weekender, but I cannot do boat neck. I know it's going to feel like I'm choking me or like falling off my shoulders or something. So I'm not going to do that, but I think it's going to be super fun. So that is my new sweater spin. So I'm working on that. I was so mad. Jasmine, our puppy, this one's okay. I rescued the rest of it, but she got one of these balls and tore it all up. So I've been like piece by piece and like spinning it from the fluff. So hopefully, sorry, it'll be okay. But I will manage. I got that. I rescued it. I think that's it for all the things that I'm working on. I have a shop update. I've been doing some dyeing. Can you believe it? Spring shows are going to be around the corner before you know it. So I am trying to get things stocked up and ready to go. And so I have been, this is our Hosmer base. Correct. Yeah, I want to make sure I'm not lying to you. It's a sport weight and it is 330 yards. And I did some tonals because I have a bunch of other ones. So I really like this color. And this one, I have that. Let's see what other ones. And I really like this one too. Oh, I hope I can get more of this yarn. It's kind of salmony, but so it's kind of pink, but it's kind of brick. It depends on the light. Like I don't know. It's really pretty. So yeah, that. I did this salmony color. I got that one, and they are tonal, so you can kind of see some colors in there. And I mixed all the colors, so like you can see those kind of in there too. I did this really pretty green. I don't know. I'm really happy with how they all came out. I'm trying to think of, is that it? And then I had these ones are ones that I don't know if they're in this shop or not. But like, so I figured my thought were, I don't know if I can do this. Like you have ones to go together. So I have that one. These ones will go to, they go together because there's some different, like some of those colors are in the solids. Like even the pinky ones go together. I I think they're going pretty good. I have one more color to do. I'm gonna do a really light gray to go with it. But like even the blues go with it. So I only have a little bit left of this yarn. So we shall see but I know I think I'm gonna have some gray to go with it, and then I don't know. I don't have a lot of it, but I did write down the recipes, which is more than I usually do. So I can repeat them, which is a bonus. So if I can get more of this yarn, and then I can dye it up and make some more. But I wanted to see what everybody likes. So if you like them, let me know. But I can't wait to do that. And then I had, so that was one thing. Sorry, that was probably really loud. And then yes, I do have some mohair in the shop. I don't have a lot of this, like a lot of mohairs either, but you don't need a lot when you're doing this. So I can order more if it goes, but I have that in there. I have, so I want to see this in like on the camera because I took a picture of it and I could not take a picture of it because it just came out really blue. So yep, see, it's not really blue, it's really green. So it's gonna be, you're only gonna be able to buy it in person. It is really, yeah, it's really green. It says blue in it, but it's more green than blue. So that's why that one's not in the shop. This one's blue. So that one's in there. And I also have some of the Surrey alpaca ones in there. My voice is starting to go. Thankfully, I'm almost done. So, yep, I have that. So there's all the fuzzy yarns. Those are in the shop. I've got roving in the shop. I do have, everything has been out for the new subscription, the Fiber Prep subscription. I'm super excited. I hope everybody likes it. If you want to see a sneak peek or you want to see it, I'm going to show it. If you don't want to see it or you haven't seen it, you can stop or close your eyes or something. But this is the first of the Fiber Prep, and I think this says dog hair and fuzz on it. Hang on. But this is the first Fiber Preps, and I want to describe it, but hopefully by now they've seen it. It went out last week. But it is a regular roving right off the carder. So it's a Tunis, and which I didn't realize Tunis is from right down the road, like our neighbors, you know, they're like 4 or 5 miles away. And they raise them, and I didn't realize it was a heritage breed, which it is. So it's a local to me heritage breed. So if you've never spun Tunis, it'll be your chance to try it. But it's super springy. I think it'll make great socks. Feels kind of like a down breed. I don't know if they would consider it that, but being that it's a heritage rule. But yeah, super springy. I've been working on mine for my spindles. I'm gonna work on my drop spindles and my here. Hang on. I'll show you in a second. Oh, actually, it's on that one. That one's kind of wonky. The single broke, and then I wrapped it going the wrong direction, so I had to stop. But it's looking, I'm trying to think of where else. Oh, here we go. I started a new one on that one. But I'm really liking it. So this one, I'm going off on a tangent now. But yeah, so this is it. And that's what I'm going to be working on my spindles. that is my spindle project. But I'm trying to reach. I have 2 new spindles. Hopefully Johnny's not watching. This one is one that I actually, because you have to get to Alan Berry's, you have to get on his wait list, and it's never quick. So I've been waiting a while for this one. So I got this one, and it is, hopefully, let me see if I can do this. It's a beagle. I'm going backwards. It's a beagle chasing a bunny, because we raise beagles and rabbit hunt and stuff. So I thought it was a perfect one. So that's my newest spindle on the edition. And then the other one was, oh shoot, I forgot it. Hang on, I might have to pause you. This one is from Dan Tracy, and I will put his shop in the link below. His spindles are so beautiful, and I can never get one because they're always gone as soon as they put them on there. And I was finally able to grab one on a shop update, so I quickly hopped on and grabbed one, and I was so excited I got in the mail. And he sent me the sweetest gift ever. Hang on, I have to pause you. They have to show it to you. Okay, so he sent me, I was wondering why the box was so heavy, and he sent me one of his single leg support bowls, and it is so handy. It's super cool. It just rests on your leg. It has a strap, but it's so well made and well balanced. Yeah, I don't even need to buckle it up. I just, oh my god, I'm sorry, I'm winded from going up and down the stairs. But yeah, it just sits on your leg and you can totally spin, and it doesn't go anywhere. So super excited. It was the best. Like, I've never gotten any presents in the mail from ordering anything. I'm just the little guy. So I thought that was super sweet. He read my story and he was hoping it would help my one-handed journey. So, but yeah, and it does help. It is super, it's a really, if you're looking for something, it works better. I like it better. I have the, what do they call it? It goes, that's like a support bowl. It's like almost on like a post, like it, so it goes between your legs and you kind of can go with you. I have one of those, and that works okay, but it goes, it's higher, so it's harder to play around with, where this one's lower, so I think it works better. So yeah, I seriously love this bag. This was the best Marshalls bag purchase ever. It is just like in the luggage, it was in the luggage department, and it zips closed, but you can open and you can put, it fits all your spindles and your bowls and everything in it. I don't know, it was $8. It was the best. I don't know, I don't ever have good finds like this. I was actually waiting to return something that my daughter got me for Christmas, and I was waiting for the lady to see if there was like a tag or whatever on it. And so I was looking at them like in the checkout area, and they were all like for sale. But yeah, it's just a super, and I think it's like it's suede or leather, but it's going to last forever, and it fits everything there so perfectly. So yeah, so I have that one. I think that's it. Shop update. I feel like I feel like so much better than the other one I recorded. I feel like I was ready for it. If I'm not in the mood for this, I just don't do a good job. So I will talk to you later, and I will talk to you soon. Hopefully next time I won't be so nasally and I'll feel better. But I will see you soon. Bye. Okay, I'm back. I just forgot. We have to do a giveaway. I did not do the giveaway last time, and I keep forgetting. So I am going to post the winner to the Corriedale silk blend that I spun. So the winner is going to be down below. And congratulations. I will talk to you soon. Bye.